All right, welcome guys. Our next program is going to be our spinal mobility program for runners. Ian is going to demonstrate some of his skills at moving his spine through flexion, extension, rotation, all the important movements that we need to keep ourselves mobile with the running stresses going on our bodies. All right, so we're going to start lying down and going through some bridging. It's a good idea to start this exercise really focusing on moving each little segment of your spine bit by bit. So with the feet in a sort of a nice wide position, the first thing we want to do is help connect our core. So drawing in with our lower belly and just slowly rolling up through our spine, trying to lift one vertebra and then the next until we're resting up on our shoulder blades. Pausing a bit, breathing in, and then breathe out as we roll back down. You'll feel little parts of your spine that sort of move as a block. So your job here is to try to roll slowly up and slowly down, focusing on peeling your spine off the bed, and then almost visualize press studs like you're pressing one vertebra, then the next onto the bed as you roll back down again. All right, so a few reps of those, then we can go into our rotations. So feet go together and our hands will be a little bit wider so we give ourselves plenty of stability, and we're keeping our upper body nice and still. Rotating the legs, so we twist through our lower back and hold a little bit as we go over, and then use your core well to draw the legs back to center and roll the other way, keeping shoulders and head position fairly stable. You'll feel a bit of stretch through the hips, but we're focusing more here on the movement and rotation through the lower back and through the mid back. And then our next variation here is coming back to center and widening your feet a little wider than your hips. So what we can do here is allow one hip to turn inwards and one to turn out. Imagine pushing this knee down toward the floor and then change again. And again, this leg draws down towards the floor to get the stretch through your hips. Alternating sides, one going in, one going out. Still using a good amount of core work to support your back, but just working on that hip mobility. All right, going straight into a glute stretch. So we can do this lying down, bring that across, grab the leg and pull that in towards the chest. You just sort of hold that in and maximizing that hip stretch. And then doing a few changes, swapping over. Loosening off through the hip joints again. And we can alternate a few sides, holding that for a bit longer. This one can be built up by doing it in sitting, or also as the hurdle stretch, doing it up in standing with your leg up onto a bench. Right, so we'll go onto the side and grab the weight there and support in for your head. And we're going to do an exercise called book openings, where our focus here is our thoracic and upper back mobility. So we want to line up fairly stable. These knees are up here. We're not moving too much through our lower back. So we slowly elevate the top arm, we turn the head, and the head is going to follow the weight, and we're stabilizing through the hips and rotating through the upper back, chest and ribs, and then easing that slowly back to our start position. As you move the arm behind you, really think of connecting that shoulder blade back in its pocket and maximizing the arm reach to get the stretch from the chest right through the rib cage. Okay, one more there, rotating over, and we're minimizing the movement through the lower back here and the pelvis. So we want our knees to stay stacked and our feet to stay stacked together there. All right, good. Our next one's thread the needle, so we can hop up from there. That's it. First. Oh yeah, so on the elbows, that's it. So we'll do the strength component first. So then reaching up toward the ceiling, and then hold the stability on that supporting shoulder, and then coming under, reaching right through, and then slowly elevating the arm, bringing the shoulder blade back and maintaining the core switched on. Reaching under the body and twist. So a good exercise that combines a bit of rib and spinal mobility as well as some really good oblique support. All right, good. And then back down there. Okay, so positioning ourselves in that 4-point kneeling position for our cat-cow. So really start with a straight, elongated spine, and you want to think of the core connects well to round the back So we're going to lower the head down and tuck the tailbone under to flex the body, tucking the head down, and then slowly come back to our neutral position and gently arching the spine where the tailbone pokes out, and we lift up through the chest, and then repeat that again. Head down, draw the lower abdominals up towards the spine, maximize the stretch and flex in the spine, and then back down, elevating the chest at the front, and then one more, flex up, opening up all the vertebrae in the back, and then slowly back to neutral. All right, good job. All right, so then we'll position the foam roller there for our thread the needle. So with this one, we want to find good stability through the supporting shoulder blade. We bring the hand through underneath and put a little bit of downward pressure of the back of the palm onto the roller, and rotate through to think of pulling the shoulder blade here away from the spine, and then rotating back. We can do 3 reps here in a row. Rotate through, stretching on the roller, easing it back up again. Try to keep the stability in the hips so we're maintaining the pelvis nice and level. And even feel the connection in the core at the front of the obliques as you twist through. All right, good work. All right, so we're going to do the nerve stretches last of all. So laying on your back from there. So if we grab a hold, and we'll loop one foot just around that ball of the foot so we get the best purchase on the foot angle, and we can pull the elbows down towards the floor to get some tension on the band, and then press up straight, reaching through the heel, pull the toes a little bit towards you, and then bend your knee to bring it down, and then again press up, connect the core to support your back, and squeeze straight, maximizing that stretch. Ease it back in again. Still think of keeping the pelvis nice and level and working with a good posture focus. Back in, and then push up. All right, good work. Okay, so that's our range of exercises that are focused a lot on spinal mobility and a bit of core strength in there as well.